Right? She beats him 4-2. She comes off, rolls the dice. Yep. Moves the thing. He stays on with 2. Next person comes on, they're 2 up down. Okay? So you keep your score. Right, so we've got teams. Yep. Everyone will actually win. Okay? Yeah, at some point. Alright, ready? Brackets guys are behind you at the back. Alright, balls are here. Okay? So you two are going to play first. What's it up to? Tim, what's it up to? What's the score up to? First, 2, 4. Well done. Okay, so you take 2 balls, go all the way down to the end floor. Okay? Down you go. Right, on you go all the way to the end. That's it. Down to the end, all the way to the far end. That's it. As soon as you get there, start playing. Go, go, go. Right. Okay, who's up next? David, roll. You go to the next court there. Okay. Andrea, Jason. Seems to have a North California kind of thing going here. Right, you guys, you're just waiting. They're only going up to 4, and then as soon as somebody finishes, one of you will be on, but not both of you. Yeah? Right, let's just get that. Just play really quick. Don't do a typical adult thing and just rally nicely. Try and actually try and win. I always wonder why they do this. You are the most competitive nation in the entire world, and you get coaches out there and they go, yeah, let's go rally. Alright, so I just wanted to do this as Alright, just want to do this as a first concept, right? So there's a couple of simple little things involved. We've got, for example, a funny scoreboard, that's a little bit different. We've got a dice, we've got a different way of staying on. Yeah, obviously we can do this throw and catch it. It's kind of my first tournament kind of thing. Yeah, it's better than a round robin, alright, because everyone kind of gets to play the same number of points. Eventually everybody will win. Yeah? Does everyone understand the format?
You just roll the dice, right?
Okay?
I got 1 point.
Got 1, okay? So keep the score. Make sure you pull the score each time.
You want us to start
Alright.
Start now? What?
No, I wanted you to start playing 5 minutes ago. Come on.
Here we go. 1 and 2.
Am I singing in Russian here, or are they just not understanding very much? Okay. Oh!
Did that catch?
What's the score down there, guys? Yeah. Yeah, what's the score? Yeah, what's the score? Who told these kids it was Wimbledon?
2-0. Oh, wow. 2-1.
4?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to focus on 3 things. Yeah? On this, I'll finish their matches. We're going to look at how we can create a task focus within a match. Hello, Cash. When you see that, by the way, when you say hello, Cash, you have to stick your hand in the air like that, like you're in diamond. That's the only way to say hello. Right? Long story, I'll tell you if you buy me a drink. Right, okay, very simple. Right, we're going to focus on helping them to get a victory from every single match. So very typically with younger kids, they can't separate their performance from the outcome. Yeah, they'll say things like, I was brilliant, I won, or I was terrible, I lost. Yeah? Even though you actually know that they did something really well. Now the problem with that is, every time they lose, they lose everything. Now if you or I went to play, if you or I went to, so let's imagine we get to play Djokovic. First of all, you're on a big buzz, aren't you? You're getting to play him, right? Even if he plays all out, you're going to challenge yourself in these different little ways. You're going to take what we call a task focus. You're going to go, right, I'm just going to see if I can get my impact point out in front there on that return serve. Just going to try and get 1 return back in deep. I'm just going to see if I can make it with 2 steps out wide on that serve. I'm going to take the task focus that goes beyond the match. Yeah? So our first thing is kind of, how do we do that with kids so that they can pick things out that they want to work on and they feel positive about, other than just the result. Because it's very difficult for them to do that, especially boys. Yeah? And By the way, I'm not doing anything, I'm not saying anything sexist when I separate boys and girls. Okay, my experience of working with boys and girls are much more intelligent than boys. But if you don't believe me, ask my ex-wife, she'll tell you exactly the truth. Alright? Okay? So, sorry. I couldn't resist. Okay, alright, okay, we've got the idea about homeworks, yes? So, alright, and we've got a format that's about running yourself, and we've got our little scoreboard, it's working, we've got those kind of things. So let's think about some formats we can do. Right, stop having fun. Oh, I said we were going to talk about fun. Go back over there for a minute while I explain what fun is. Right, go over there. Every time, I'm going to say this in public, at the USPTA World Conference. Put your hand if you're a non-American. Thank you, we are a world conference. Right, okay? Real simple, right? Real simple. Stop saying the number one reason kids give up or don't play or want to do something is about fun. Without, let me just finish the sentence, without clarifying what fun is. Because fun doesn't exist on its own. Fun for, fun for my daughter would definitely be in a team with her friends at 13. Yeah? Fun for some boys might be being very competitive. Fun for some kids might be being very active. We have got to go deeper than just saying, it's because it wasn't fun. Yeah? We've got to look a little bit beyond that and start saying, what is fun? Yeah? What makes something fun? Because otherwise what ends up happening is we provide entertainment. And you have to be careful of that. Start asking yourself, with this group of kids, with their orientation, what is fun? Because it could be something very different to what you think is fun. Yeah? Okay. Right, so we're going to play some little competitions. We're going to use some of the guys for different things. The first one we're going to do is we're going to play noughts and crosses. Okay? Look at me going, what is noughts and crosses? Sorry, I'll translate. Tic-tac-toe. Okay? Or if you want to do it, connect four. Okay? If you want to find out how tactically advanced the kid is, by the way, play them at connect four. Because, if you're like me, you're just going to put one in. But they're really advanced tactical kids. They're making all these different lines and patterns and building things. You see so much in a lot of things other kids do. Right, so this is where we play. We're going to have two plays on. Tim, you go over there. Right. Let's have John, you come over here. Right, this is going to be Tim against John. John, you're going to play with your wrong hand. I'm just smiling now, so you're going to Right, okay. The idea of noughts and crosses is simple. You only get a point if you win 3 points in a row. It's a timed match. We're going to play for 5 minutes. Alright, we're going to use the clothespins. And basically, so you can do this, you can see how you can do this as a drill or as a competition. You have a little clothespins there. Every time you win 3 points in a row, yeah, Rambo style. Okay? Then every time you win 3 points in a row, put that there, yeah? There won't be any pins unless you win 3 points in a row. We're going to play the match for 5. Because some of the kids to start with need a little bit of help, we're going to have a scorer on each court, so we're going to use our extra people. Luis, be a scorer. You score on that court there. Okay? Let's have Raul, you come down here and you play David. Right? You guys are on. Okay, let's have Andrew, you go at the bottom there, and you play
Ryan.
Ryan or Ryan?
Ryan.
Okay, you go down there. Okay, we need you guys to help you. Oh, sorry, we've got Lily, she's hiding. Andrew, you play Lily. Ryan, you score down the bottom, okay? Alright, why don't you guys just come and score here for a second? Alright, so we keep the scorers in just to help us, and then we can rotate them every few minutes, yeah? Alright, no, Lil, she's going to play Andrew, just here. Okay, you're going to play just there, alright? Okay, so the scorer is just there to make sure they don't lose count, because obviously keeping the idea of 3 in a row is a little more challenging. Alright, you haven't got no life at the moment. Okay, you score there, you're not really off. Alright, okay, so, alright, you ready? You got the idea? So we're going to play for 2 minutes. You get a pin every single time you win 3 in a row. Okay? We won't play 2 minutes, we'll just get the idea going and stop and move on. Alright, go. So now we've got a little bit of a focus within the activity. We're thinking a little bit more about shots. Fist pump for that one. Ooh. Now, statistically, everyone knows tennis, so everyone knows the player that wins the most sets of 3 points in a row, 99% of the time wins the match. Yeah? That's why we're doing this 3 points in a row. Okay? So if we can get kids to focus, and also we want them to understand the point is only earned when they've won enough points. It's not like about one little point. They have to stay focused, stay concentrated. Alright? Okay. Alright, so that's one little practice, one little drill we can do. What we're going to do now, let's swap the scorer on. Right? So you take John's place. Did you have any pegs? Sorry, I have to say pins. I got very confused once. I was in Chicago working at Butcher's Club, and I went into Piggly Wiggly's, which is the best name for a supermarket on the entire planet. Right? And I said, have you got any pegs? And they went, what? I said, pegs? Yeah, to hang your washing up. Oh, those pins. Okay, yeah, we've got any clothespins. In Chicago, everyone uses dryers. Right, so slightly different. Let's swap a couple of people around. Raoul, I'm going to take you off for a second. Dave, come off for a second. Ryan, you go on, and Jimmy, go on down again. Right, okay. Slightly different. This time, so that was 3 points in a row. This game is called Mission Possible.
Mission Possible.
Okay, so this is another way of focusing on, in your envelope is going to be your secret mission. Okay, and what you're going to do is remember how many times you achieve your mission. Actually, what we would do is take a pen, go back, and every time after every point, they mark down how many times they did their mission. Alright, that's your mission. I can't know what you say. That's your mission. Hey, Lils, reach out. You've got to do that now. Count how many times you do that. Count how many times you do that. Jim, count how many times you do that. Okay. None, it's not your notification winning the lottery or anything. Alright? So look here. Alright, you got a mission? Yeah? So basically what happens is it just says, your mission, I mean you can do, look, we all have desktop publishers. We can do, your mission should you choose to accept it, ... We get that, the kids won't even understand what that means. Right? And then we just put things, so this one says, get your serve to their backhand. Alright? So then they're going to play their little match, and every single time they finish a point, they come back and they just take a pen at the back and they just put a little tally mark. It's amazing how many times the kids come forward and they say, I did my mission 10 times tonight, or I did my mission 8 times tonight. And you say, oh, what was the score? And they go, oh yeah, I lost 5-2. Yeah? So you see, it actually starts them to think about the process and what they're actually working on. As soon as we make things concrete and physical, start writing down, yeah, then the kids are starting to get control. Remember, the only thing you can control in tennis is how hard you try at your end of the court. You cannot control what goes on at the other end. You can try to control it, but you can't. Yeah? You can only, effort is really the only thing you can control. Okay, so if we set a mission in place that they've got some idea of what they're doing, and now when they come back from a tournament or a competition or anything else, we can start to talk to them about those kind of things. Yeah? Alright, so it's just about creating a little bit of focus around something other than the result. Yeah? Now what we can do to this is we can tag team tennis it. Alright, so let's do this. Right, Raoul, you join Tim. Angela, you go with Lily. Sorry, you go again. John, you go down the end in the corner. David, you go up there in the middle. Right, so now, and I think we shouldn't miss this opportunity, right? Now what happens?
No, you're with me.
Oh, okay. You're going to play 1 point on, 1 point off, and then you're going to do this really American thing in between points.
Oh.
No, not chest bump. You're going to do a huddle.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in other words, I want them to talk about how they can more effectively achieve their mission. I actually want them to actually spend time not playing doubles, but playing singles with a partner, so they can start talking about the tactical side of things and what they're trying to do. Yeah, so they get time to stop. Get that? Yeah? So you've got to know what his mission is. You've got to check you know what it is. You've got to check you know what her mission is. Alright, you've got to check you know what it is.
What about attacking?
Now, they could all have the same mission. Okay? Because we might have been working on it in our lessons. We might have been saying, everyone's working directing the serve, everyone's mission today is how many balls can you get directed to their backhand? Or at an orange level, how many times can you make your opponent step over the sideline? Yeah? See the difference between those two? It's a different level of cognitive understanding. One is about where you can make the ball go, and another one is making the opponent do something. Okay? Alright? Okay, we'll carry on, play. Carry on, see how many times you can do our mission. Play one foot on, one foot off. Like it now. Ooh! Don't be dramatic, please. Come on. Alright, okay, so you get the idea. There's just three things you can do to increase the task focus on actually what's going on. One is to get them to focus on trying to win more points in a row, understanding it's not just that way. The second one, probably the most important one, is to create missions. And the third one is actually get them to buddy up. Get them to be involved in coaching each other, determining what tactics might be. Alright, I want to do, because I'm trying to cover a lot in a short space of time, so I want to also look now at creating challenge. Now, here's a really interesting one. Learning comes from a combination of opportunity and challenge. Yeah? Yeah, you switch every point. Yeah. Listen to the coach. Next time I'll tell your mum you've been good. Right? Okay? It comes from opportunity and challenge. But it's like, do you know the bell curve? Yeah? People talk, you know what, I want my people on the other ball because I want them to be challenged to the ultimate. No. That doesn't create learning. Okay? It's about optimal challenge. Okay? And in optimal challenge, you must have the opportunity to be able to adjust and adapt. Okay? So it's about, but we have to create challenge to make learning happen. Okay? We can also create huge amounts of focus. So for example, if I do that, I'm learning nothing. There's no challenge whatsoever. If I do this, okay, that's slightly challenging. If I switch it to this, you're all thinking, can you do that? No, I'm not. If I do that, that's the problem. I think we do it for a couple of seconds, maybe. Yeah. Right? See, there's different levels of challenge. But we can create different circumstances where the balance is a little bit uneven. So we start off in red. We want, if I looked at success and challenge, right? In red, I'd say that's success, that's challenge. I want it to be like that. Perhaps more success than challenge. Yeah? When I get to orange, I want it to be like that. Okay? Oh, sorry. Not quite yet found balance on my new print track. Right? I want it to be like that. Even. That's success. When I get to green, actually, we can understand learning. It's an interesting thing, understanding learning. We all understand learning. We understand how to practice something to get to something. But actually, a lot of kids, right, you can stop playing now because you're being distracting. Right? Okay? I remember the day my daughter came home from school and I said, was school good? She went, no, it's too learning. Like it was some kind of disease. Yeah? Now, what she was actually saying was, yeah, we had to kind of do work which didn't feel like playing anymore. So learning had now had a curriculum, a path to follow, it was a bit more difficult. Yeah? There is a point at which kids start to understand what real learning is and why they might want to practice and train to achieve a certain outcome. It's normally 7, 8 years old. Before that, they think they're playing most of the time. Okay? So that's the point at which we can start to do that, because now they understand what the challenge is there for. So these games, these challenging games, are going to basically put us in a situation where life's not fair. Yeah? Okay? Alright. You two ready? Good. That's great. Right. Okay, right, so what we're going to do is this. We're going to use this little thing. We're going to play a tie break. We need to all go back to the beginning, actually. Let's all go back to the beginning. Before we play the tie break, we're going to roll the dice. When you roll the dice, that's the score in the tie break. So if you roll a 6, you're up 6. Yeah, so no match starts level. Every match starts up or down as well. It could start level because they can both roll the same number. Alright? But there's 2 cues you have at the beginning, 2 lines, alright? Lil's team and Tim's team. Right, there you on that side. Right, I'm going to switch it around a little bit. Richard, you come in here. Just there. You won one already. Where's that, Peter? You won one already. That means new car tomorrow, please. If he wins again, he gets a condo. Right, okay. We're in Florida, come on. Nothing costs going to check tomorrow, it's a bankrupt. Right, roll. Ready? Okay, the good news is you've got 4 points. You've got to play Richard, and Richard rolled. And he only got 2, so you're winning 4-2, and you've got to get 7. Go get it. Alright? Okay? Luis goes. Oh, Luis, well done, you rolled a 1. Fantastic. Alright, Lily rolls. 4, Lil. Well done. 4-1. You go and beat him up, okay? Yeah, well done. Those are the things I want bad. Right, I like it. Not the kids are better or anything. Right, okay, so we've got some idea there. We've got 2 big kids here. They will roll for you. This dice hasn't been rolling forever. You got 1. John. You bought me a beer last time, didn't you? You got 6, John, well done. Right, you're on here. Okay, it's up to 7, yeah. John's up 6-1. Alright, so we can create a little challenge. So, you know, I'm from England, in case you haven't noticed, and it rains there sometimes, not very often. Okay, and I learned this as a young coach. No, it doesn't, it's just really great, it doesn't rain very often. Right? And basically, I was a young coach and I was down on Portsmouth seafront. Don't go there, it's a horrible place, right? But it was pouring down the rain. This coach said to me, "Oh, sorry, Mike, I've got to go out and coach." And I said, "Jason, it's pouring down the rain, what are you doing?" Or a challenge in the rain, Mike. You know, so complete lunatic. But actually, you start to think about, well, yeah, that kid that was out there on that court with him that day, they might not have, you know, had fun. It wasn't, to be fair, it wasn't 1000 less than that day. There are different ways to play a challenge. Yeah? Right, so that's that idea. We're just going to roll through ideas so you can see how it works. Next idea. Alright, hold on. We're not playing that game anymore. Okay, and this is the game. Andrew, you start here. You land with the ball. Okay? Right, Andrew, you're going to stand there. So I'll just show you with Andrew while the others carry that. Right, you feed the ball in and play the point. Okay, ready to go. You lost. It's because you have to go to the middle and he has to stand on the outside.
Do I get the feed?
He gets the feed. Alright?
What happens when they win? Where do they win?
Oh, you can go back. Okay. So, Andrew, let's imagine that Andrew didn't lose. Cheeky little North Carolina. Right, let's imagine actually you won, James. Yeah. Jim wins, and this time, because Jim started here, this time he wins. Alright, so now he has to go here. So now you have to start the ball over here. Ideally, this is like an orange school drill, so he has to start. Now you're in the middle. We pretended you lost, yeah? Alright? Oh, okay, so then we can even out, but we can actually put someone out of position, out of the court, put them in challenging scenarios. In the scenario we've got here, where we've got, can I steal that? This is one we do sometimes with the dice, and I steal your bubble wrap. Okay, and we might do this, 6 rackets on the ground, doing my new favourite racket. Okay. 6. And then we have the dice. Okay. Andrea rolls the dice. 1, 2, 5, 6. Gets to play with number 3. Alright? Yeah? So she's now got to play with that racket. Okay, someone's got to play with number 4. Okay? So, think about scenarios and situations where you can actually put kids in challenging situations. Yeah? If you make everything even and then they go into a competition, and most of these are more orange based. Yeah, so we're playing on these little courts, but most of these are very orange based. Right? Then you can actually create situations that make them more comfortable in the competitive experience. They can now identify what they take from the competition, because we've practiced it, the same as we've practiced a forehand or a backhand or a serve, and we can now accept challenging situations. We know sometimes we're behind. We know sometimes we've got to play with a racket that isn't quite performing the way we want to. We know sometimes the wind's blowing. Not that you can create that, but you understand? Yeah? How do we create these kind of harding these kids up? Right now, some of you look like you need to do this. Right? Okay? So, can you stand up, turn around, sit back down here real quick? Just make you feel better. Go on. Right, now, I just point out for the last 10 minutes I've travelled 3,500 miles to speak to you for 1 hour. Right? So, please, alright? Yeah, you have, you can go back to Australia, go back. I did 5 cities in 5 days there recently, that was a nightmare. Right, okay, so the last thing, thank you very much to our coaches, thank you very much. We're just going to use Lily and you guys come on. Right now. You've got to pay attention to this because it takes a little bit of brain power to understand what's going on. Okay? Get your activity, which one is this about? Look, which racket is it?
In your seat.